So I'm Jeff Ralston with Ralston Eco Homes, and I'm here with Ricky Clark, who's with Preferred Duct Sealing. We're back in Atkins. The duplexes are coming along really nicely. We've got all the mechanicals in, roughed in, electrical, heating and cooling, plumbing. And so today we're here to seal the duct work. And you know, we're trying to provide people with a comfortable home. We're trying to provide them with an efficient home. And part of that process is to make sure that we're bringing the right amount of air that's been conditioned to each room so that it's equally comfortable anywhere in the house. And to accomplish that, one thing we do is seal the ductwork. So Ricky was here earlier today and he cleaned all the ductwork, and then now we're going to be doing duct sealing. And you know, I'm kind of new to duct sealing, honestly, and so I've been giving it some thought. Duct sealing in the most basic form is we're going to introduce a substance into the ductwork so that we can seal leaks from the inside out. So Ricky's going to, go down into the basement. He's going to pressurize our entire heating and cooling system, all the ductwork, and then he's going to introduce aerosolized acrylic sealant. And then we're going to monitor the flow through the ductwork, and as that sealant finds all the little holes, the amount of air that we're leaking out is going to decrease over time.
All right, now let's hook up the bags. We've got these collars. They go into the furnace. Inside each part of the furnace, from the supply side and the return side, we've already got plugs put in place to protect the coil and protect the furnace box where the filter goes, so that way that no glue gets down in there. So we'll put these collars on. And then each bag will go on to the collars. And the bags are what the glue travels through to get up into the system to give it its seal. We're putting pressure to the system, and so as the system is pressurized, the reference hoses are sending it back to the computer, telling us how much leakage there is, and we'll be able to gradually watch it seal, and the pressure will go up, which will give us different numbers to show us that our leakage is going down. So we're just gonna hook up the air hose to the front of it, because we use compressed air to release the glue into the system. And then we'll hook up our cords here that gives the heaters power and the computer itself power. And then we've got the reference hose in the back that we've already connected up to the furnace. And then the next step is just to turn on the system and let it load, and then we can get into the AeroSeal program. So we'll once we open up the program, then we'll do a pre-seal. And the pre-seal is going to tell us how much leakage there is actually right now before we've released any sealant into the system. And then we'll seal it, and then we'll do a post-seal when we're done, so we can see what our number difference is. We can see what we started with and how much we sealed of the system by a percentage, and how much CFM we've saved. Then typically we're trying to get down to 6% of the square footage. That's what the code is, but I try and go to at least 3% of the square footage. So if this house is like right around 2,600 square feet, I think the number is like 156 CFM. So we're gonna try and get it down to in the 70s. That way we know it's definitely gonna pass. It's definitely, as much leakage as you can fix, then the better off the system's gonna be and the better off the home's gonna be.
Okay, well, Ricky's done with his work. Thank you very much. I think we were both impressed with the amount of sealing that occurred at the install. So, a lot of homes, there's not as much attention to detail, and we're lucky because Affordable Heating and Cooling, they pay attention to detail. So where did this house start for its leakage?
So this actually started out right about that 6% that we wanted that would be considered passing. So it's like right around 156 CFM.
So if we looked at the entire amount of the ductwork, there's a 6% leakage from it, which, if I remember correctly, was about a a 30 square inch hole.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And then you took about 10 minutes
Yeah, roughly.
to seal it, which is quick.
Yeah.
And then what number did we get down to?
Right about 26 CFM, which is about an 83% reduction.
Yeah, so we were around 2% or 3% leakage?
2.2, yeah.
Yeah, 2.2, which is, I think then is instead of a 30 square inch hole, we got it down to a 5-inch square hole.
Yeah.
So that's,
Yeah, got quite a bit of reduction out of that, and so way more efficient.
yeah, very impressive. And again, we did that by pressurizing the system and introducing an aerosolized sealant that found all the little cracks and holes, the tiny little things that you can't see and the bigger holes, and sealed those up. So that we now have a heating and cooling system that's going to deliver hot air or cold air, whichever we choose, the amount we want to each room. So this is going to be a comfortable house. And the system is going to be efficient. We're not going to be heating places we don't want to or cooling places we don't want to. The system's going to be working as efficiently as possible. And then also because it's tight, we're not going to be introducing contaminants into the system. So the house is going to be efficient, comfortable, and healthy.